This is the continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington.
Everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate. And for Norman Harrington and Rita Jacks, a time to wed.
No, we just passed the White River cutoff.
I know. We're not going to White River. I've been doing some thinking. They probably wouldn't marry us there anyway, because of your age.
Well, I could lie about it.
Suppose they wanted proof. It'd just be a drag.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I thought we'd hop over the state line. I'll take you to Owen's Ridge. That's like that town in Maryland. They marry you around the clock with no questions asked.
You mean you still want to marry me?
What do you think this is all about? You're a dope.
I know.
You know what else?
Huh?
We're gonna have a church wedding with a minister, even if I have to drag one out of bed. You're gonna have a bouquet of flowers.
Sounds like you're planning to wake up the whole town.
Well, houses have yards. Yards have flower beds.
I could just see us being chased down the aisle by some angry gardener. Norm, I'd like a church wedding, but I'll settle for a justice of the peace.
You're not gonna settle for a thing. Not ever.
Well, you're all I want.
That's what I mean. You're such a sentimental little dope. Was still on the rectory.
So you thought you'd try?
We'd like to have a church wedding.
When did you decide to get married? Tonight?
Dr. Brower, would you ask us that question for your 25?
If you were any age, I'd want to be sure you'd given this a good deal of serious thought.
We have.
At your age, you'll find me much harder to convince. Teenagers aren't given to emotional breezes. You feel everything at full hurricane force while it lasts. Whether it's a mop-headed singer or a banner to march under or your current steady date. Until the wind shifts, you can't imagine caring less than forever.
It is forever. It isn't a kid thing.
And you shouldn't be afraid to test it by waiting.
We can't wait. We have to get married. Not for the usual reason, nothing like that.
What is your reason?
It's too complicated, I can't explain. But take my word for it. We're gonna get married tonight, and we'd like you to do it.
And if I say no?
Then we'll find another church, and we'll keep trying until we run out of them. If we have to, we'll go to the justice of the peace. One way or the other, we're going to get married tonight.
Martha, look in the vestry. I think there might be a necktie this young man can wear to his wedding.
The usual one? I think I can find something for the young lady, too.
Thank you. I, Rita, take thee, Norman.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
And I do promise and covenant.
And I do promise and covenant.
Before God and this witness.
before God and this witness,
to be thy loving and faithful wife,
to be thy loving and faithful wife,
in plenty and in want,
in plenty and in want,
in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health,
in joy and in sorrow, in sickness and in health,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
The ring. Place the ring on the third finger of her left hand and repeat after me. With this ring I thee wed.
With this ring I thee wed,
In token and pledge
in token and pledge
of our constant faith
of our constant faith
and abiding love.
and abiding love.
By the authority vested in me, I declare you man and wife, according to the ordinance of God and the law of the state. Whom therefore God hath joined together, let no man put asunder.
Of the computers which you offer, the S-105 seems... This is David Schuster. Will you ring the night watchman?
Hey, what's going on?
That's a good question. You tell me.
Why should I tell you anything? Go get your shoes shined. Leave me alone.
Wait a minute, Now, wait a minute. Come on. Come on, let's go up to my office and we'll talk.
Your office? You mean Harrington's office? Oh, I've been there. Gus, you're no good on the loom anymore. We're going to let you service the machines. Gus, you can't handle machines anymore. We're going to make you the night watchman. Big shots.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not Leslie Harrington.
Schuster, Harrington, what difference does it make? Just a name on the door.
I tried to help you.
Help? How? By making me beg on my knees for a little advance on a salary that was coming to me anyhow, huh? By letting my wife wash your dirty dishes? You could have helped me, but you didn't.
If you mean about giving your son a job...
So, you got a guilty conscience. That's right. My son, Joe Chernak. He wasn't good enough to work in your mill, but Rodney Harrington was.
I'm sorry I couldn't put him to work, Gus, but when I looked into his record, I found he hadn't held a job more than a week.
But he never murdered anybody either, like your precious Rodney Harrington.
Give me that hammer, Gus.
You come and get it.
Gus!
What are you gonna do, fire me?
You haven't given me any choice.
You ain't a big enough man.
Gus? Gus? This is Mr. Schuster again, and this is an emergency. Call Doctor's Hospital.
guy found him smashing up the place with his sledgehammer. Tried to reason with him. Is it his heart?
No, I don't think so.
Happened while I was trying to take that hammer away from him.
Looks like he was determined to destroy everything, including himself.
The bathroom is in here, and there's an extra blanket in the bottom drawer if it should turn cold. Congratulations.
Thank you. Hi, husband. What are you doing?
Now say it.
Husband.
Wife? What's so funny?
I just figured out where you got the paper lace for my flowers.
It's the doily. The ketchup was on when we stopped to get a sandwich.
Poor ketchup.
Lucky us. I'd better go around and sub some toothbrushes.
Well, I'll miss you.
I hope so. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Norm, wait a minute. It's freezing out there. Here.
Hi. Can I have some orange juice?
Yes, sir?
Could you put just a little,
No, sir.
Okay, heavy on the ice cubes.
Heavy on the ice cubes. Oh, hello, Rod.
Hello, Doctor.
Good evening, Dr. Rossi. Hey, Charlie, give me a martini on the rocks, will you? Martini on the rocks, yes, sir.
Well, you look tired.
Oh, well, that's probably because I am. I had an emergency call over at the mill.
Who's there at this time of night?
Gus Chernak, for one.
What happened?
Well, he collapsed. He has a liver ailment.
Well, I'm certainly glad I have an alibi.
Well, how's it going for you?
Oh, great. Just great. Rita Jacks testified today.
Yeah, I heard.
Whose version? Stella's?
Hmm?
You mind telling me about it?
Why bother?
Oh, it's no bother. We were in the same courtroom, but I have a sneaking suspicion we saw things and heard things a little differently.
Is it unnatural for Stella to be upset because derogatory remarks were made about her brother?
Okay, I get your point. It's a matter of loyalty. You hired Stella before she lied about me, but what I don't understand is how you can keep her on after you know.
After I know? I know what?
That she lied. Wait a minute, you don't believe that I did threaten Joe, do you?
I think that's a pointless question.
Really? Answer it.
What does it prove? That I don't believe a man could say something he doesn't mean?
Oh, man, what does she have on you, Doctor? You believe her, don't you? You believe that I did threaten to kill Joe.
I didn't say that. I wasn't there, I don't know what you said, and I don't know what you didn't say.
You're just being impartial, is that it?
You could say that.
What would you say?
Look, Rod, if you want to go on...
No, I mean it. Now, I don't want to put words in your mouth because I threaten people, remember? I'm that gangland revenge, mad dog killer. You know what you remind me of? You know that statue, one of the 7 wonders of the world? What do they call it? The Colossus of Rhodes. You remember it? It straddled the harbor, one leg on one side, one leg on the other. Well, it fell, Doctor. It toppled into the sea.
Good night, Rod.
Aren't you going to say anything?
I think you've said enough for both of us.
Hello? Hello. This is Mrs. Harrington in room 6.
Yes, Mrs. Harrington.
Well, I was just wondering, have you seen... Never mind.
If there's anything you need.
No. Thank you. Who is it?
Who do you expect?
Norm!
Come on, let's open them up. Open this one first.
I was really worried you were gone so long.
Well, just about every place was closed. I finally found a 5 and dime that was just closing, and I convinced the guy if he didn't let me in, he'd be missing the sale of a lifetime.
It looks like you bought him out. Oh, Norman. Oh, it's beautiful. How'd you pay for it?
Forget it. It's only money.
I know, but we only had $10 when we... Where did you get the money?
Well, I pawned my watch when we went to the jewelry store to buy the wedding ring.
Yeah, I remember you went back inside.
And I pawned it for $25.
You did not. You sold it.
Okay, I sold it. But who wants to think about time on their honeymoon?
Well, our honeymoon can't last forever.
Want a bet? Now, hurry up and put that on. I want to see what you look like in it. In the bathroom. And no peeking.
What?
You heard me, no peeking. I have some unpacking of my own I want to do.
Okay.
stars. I can't afford diamonds. I'd give you the moon if I could. Even that wouldn't be enough.
I don't have anything to give you, Norm. Just me.
Would you light the candle, please? Some champagne for the missus?
Please.
Chateau Black Sherry. Very good vintage. Lots of little fizzies.
Oh, Norm, you're wonderful.
I'll drink to that. And to you. And to us for a lifetime.
I'll always love you, Norm.
I'll always love you.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
You can't make him pretend he's not married. Now, his life is his and Rita's, and I'm going to do everything in my power to see that you stay out of it.
Mr. Peyton, as a businessman, no one can touch you. As a human being, I don't think anyone would want to.
You're sitting on a pat hand. Just keep your mouth shut and the jackpot's all yours. Go on being what you are.
The liar you want me to be.